Now this is Mumbai International Airport. Oh, the actual name is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Yeah, sorry.
Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.
And well, it is a very modern airport, 4.5-star rating, which is very good for an airport. But it's modern. It's got beautiful architecture. Look at this beautiful terminal building, making this airport look like a beautiful beehive. But well, on multiple occasions, this airport has been called unsafe. Yes, this is quite a dangerous international airport, and the reason why we can see very quickly once we take a peek at the sky. Just zoom out a little bit, and the reason for this airport being quite dangerous comes right now. Can you see this? Yes, everybody, you can see it. A whole nother airport is located super close to Mumbai's International Airport. Look at that. It almost looks like they're the same airport, but like scaled down as well. Here's a view from the final approach. And we all know this kind of design can cause trouble. Yes, everybody, right next to the main international airport. And I'm talking literally runway to runway distance of 1.3 kilometers. 4,300 feet, there is the Juhu Airport. As you can see, a small general aviation airport where you'd see lots of helicopters, you can see it on the ramp, as well as general aviation planes like Cessnas. And what even gets more ridiculous, since both these airports have runways that go in the same direction. Here we have runway 08, and here we are on runway 09. So guess how many times pilots have confused the big airport and the small airport? I know. It's like more than 5, literally. Can you see this plane right here? That is a plane that has overrun into grass. Actually, 2 planes that have overrun into grass. The grass of Juhu Airport. Just a small, minute overrun there. Yes, everybody, let's take a bit of a dive into history. I mean, the Juhu Airport is one of the oldest airports in India, actually. It was constructed almost 100 years ago in 1928. But the big Mumbai Airport was constructed much later, in 1942. And well, it would take only around 11 years for a thing to go wrong. Yes, in 1953, a Deviant Comet, yes, one of the first jet airliners, mistakenly landed at Juhu Aerodrome. And I mean, I kind of get it now. I mean, 1950s, that was a time before, obviously, GPS or any sort of navigation where you can see a moving airplane on a electronic map. There was only ILS, but not really. I don't even think there were proper instrument landing systems back then either. So if there was bad visibility, you could maybe confuse this runway with that runway. Now let's try to land this plane here. This is a very bad map model of the Comet plane, the very plane that managed to actually stop here though. That's good. I mean, after all, the Comet didn't really need too much speed to land. After all, it could put its flap all the way down to 60 degrees. Look at that. So I believe this plane is should be able to fly here. Look at this. Now in real life, there's like a barricade here, but this is how we're coming in for a landing. Boom. Uh-oh. Oh god, that was hard. And I can imagine the pilots thinking, oh wait, we're not at the right airport, we need to stop full power, which once again the Comet can do. Look at that, we've done it. We kind of landed at the wrong airport. This is kind of embarrassing. I think the most interesting part of this is, of course, taking off again. And the aircraft was flown out 9 days later. Obviously, though, without any passengers in it. I can just imagine the paperwork involved in all this. Pretty annoying, but would you look at this? There we go. Comet can fly here without any problems at all. Now, the same thing happened in 1968 with the Garuda Indonesia Convair 1990. Which overshot the runway, stopping just short of crossing a busy road and hitting residential buildings. No injuries on that flight, though. The most famous case, though, is, of course, Japan Airlines Flight 472, though. This happened in 1972. Here's a picture about how that ended up. Now that was a Douglas DC-8, and the issue here was that the plane was flying VFR, visual approach. You have to see the runway. After touchdown, deploying thrust reversers, the captain realized the mistake and immediately deployed spoilers and maximum braking power. Yeah, but an overrun was inevitable. DC-8 overshot the runway, breaking off both engines on the port wing. The wreckage caught fire, but the fire was soon put out by fire extinguishers. Everyone survived this, but no kidding. This is, right now, the Japan Airlines DC-8. And this is another airplane that would have the same issue 4 months later, in December. Whereas this came in September. So there were, I didn't even realize that at first. At the time, there were 2 wreckages at the Juhu Airport. What? That was an East German airliner on a charter flight. definitely turboprop. So we had 2 wreckages at the same airport because of the same reason. No, I didn't even know. That's hilarious. Nice. That is insanely funny. No, genuinely, that is just absurd. I literally did not know that. So the thing is, I couldn't even find any information about this East German airliner that has mistakenly landed here. So many planes have landed at the U's mistakenly that I can't keep track. Now, yes, this airport confusion, kind of understandably happened because of how much worse navigation was back then. But the same issue nearly happened a few years ago with an Airbus A350. Singapore Airlines flight to Mumbai nearly landed at the wrong airport. Same thing. In poor visibility, an Airbus A350 mistook the Yuhu Airport runway for the assigned runway 09 of Mumbai International. The plane luckily did a go-around as the pilots mistook the Yuhu Airport runway for the actual arrival runway. Yes, the ATC told the SIA to do a go-around as the aircraft was noticed moving down towards Yuhu Airport runway. Let's see what the A350 can do in terms of stopping power. Now, in modern day aviation, I think this wouldn't really happen anymore. Even if ATC didn't notice anything, the plane would start screaming because we're not landing at the right runway. The airplane knows about that. So this isn't a really, acute threat per se.
Pull up.
Shut up. Let's go and land now. All right.
40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Okay, let's go. Full power stop now. Please do not overrun. This might be very close now. There's lots of residential buildings like right behind the runway. Okay, this kind of worked out though. I'm kind of glad. Great. I mean, come on. This runway is nearly 3,700 feet long. That isn't actually long. Jesus Christ, I wonder how we were able to stop here. I think it's incredible how there's never been any, collision here between a helicopter or a general aviation airplane and a big airliner. I mean, kudos to the air traffic control there. Talking about collision, a whole different topic is the quite controversial design choice of this cross runway, which is a very American thing actually to do as an airport. And we all know how well traffic separation works in America. No, that's also a big thing here. In 2016, it was recommended that the whole runway 09 was to be closed. So you'd only have this runway operate because of the crossing. Or maybe just build a whole new airport. I mean, it's true. The airport is literally located in the middle of the city and there's no proper way to expand. Look at it being so close to houses. Imagine living there. Now, the discussion to close the Yuhu Airport, I guess, also is there. But I think they will not get rid of it simply because of the history of this airfield. I don't know, maybe just don't do anything about it. There hasn't been a proper accident in forever, so let's just have it slide. That's everybody, the history of the Mumbai airports. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters: Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, that dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Finer, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.